India scripted history today, becoming the first nation to land the Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft on the moon's south pole. This propels India to an elite space club, one of only 4 countries to have landed on the moon. The touchdown took place at 6:04 p.m. amid huge cheers in the war room of ISRO in Bengaluru, and people across the country who'd been glued to their screens celebrated as well. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who joined in the event online from South Africa, where he's attending the BRICS summit, said this moment is precious and unprecedented. Now the next step will be when the rover Pragyan will roll out, but this is in another hour or so when the dust has dispersed. So let's take a look now at what the Prime Minister said as well as the ISRO chief.
India is now on the moon. Friends, on this joyous occasion, I would like to address all the people of the world, the people of every country and region. India's successful moon mission is not just India's alone. Our approach of one Earth, one family, one future is resonating across the globe. This human-centric approach that we present and that we represent has been welcomed universally. Our moon mission is also based on the same human-centric approach. We can all aspire for the moon and beyond. मेरे परिवारजनों, चंद्रयान महाअभियान के ये उपलब्धि भारत की उड़ान को चंद्रमा की कक्षाओं से आगे जाएगी.
Sir, we have achieved soft landing on the moon. India is on the moon. Honorable Prime Minister called me and conveyed his greetings to each one of you and your family for the wonderful work you did in ISRO. Thanks are to him for the support that he is giving to us for missions like Chandrayaan 3 and the missions that are in the offing. I want to tell you, and I want to thank you also for each and everyone who prayed with us in the last many days, who wanted this success to happen in ISRO. I thank all those people all around the country and maybe beyond the country for their blessings and wishes and affection that he has given to each one of us for doing this work for the last so many years.
Well, let's go across to Vishnu now for more. And Vishnu, a massive achievement for the country, for ISRO. It's still just sinking in just how big this is. And as the Prime Minister said, history has been made. But tell us now what happens. What are we looking forward to the next step as the Pragyan rover emerges?
Well, the Pragyan rover is going to emerge from the belly of the Vikram lander, which successfully soft landed on the surface of the moon at 6:04 p.m. today. We don't know the exact time when Pragyan comes out, but some reports suggest that at about 9:30 or so. Why the delay? Because there is the moon dust which needs to settle. The Pragyan rover will then roll out. But I think the big aspect of today's mission, more than the rover, which will really be the icing on the cake, was the soft landing. Traveling at thousands of kilometers per hour, both vertically and horizontally, an effort was made by correctly firing the rockets on the lander to ensure that it touched down smoothly and that the speed of the lander at the moment it touched down was almost close to zero. So well within the design parameters. Very few countries have been able to master this technology to soft land a craft on a planet, or in this case on the moon. Remember, there have been several countries which have failed in trying to get to the moon. India is the first to land on the southern pole region of the moon. Just a couple of days back, the Russians were attempting with their Luna 25 probe. That didn't work out at all for them. That crashed into the surface of the moon. So an incredible success, and the mission, and we were watching it very closely from the beginning to the end, from the blast off to the moment that Vikram touched down, was exactly on the mark. We are following the telemetry and the data at the mission control, and it was perfectly aligned to where we wanted Vikram to land.
Right, and Vishnu, this is, it means so much also going forward in terms of the economy, for space, for technology. There are around 140 space startups also in the country. So a huge beginning, and, people will be looking towards India more for this sort of technology.
Well, India already has world-class satellites. We've got world-class launch vehicles, which are smaller rockets. India in the future will be looking to develop larger rockets so that, for example, a future moon mission will see an Indian rocket fly directly to the moon. In the case of Chandrayaan, we had to get the rocket up to release the Chandrayaan payload, which then orbited the Earth first and was then slingshotted across to the moon, where it picked up the gravity of the moon before commencing its descent. So India will look for bigger rockets for starters. There's already been an announcement by one of the ISRO leaders that in the future we might attempt a mission to Venus. There might be a mission to Mars, perhaps even a lander to Mars. Now those are incrementally much more difficult. But in space, Gargi, it's very much a crawl, walk, run philosophy. At this stage today, India is quite clearly running.
All right. Thanks so much, Vishnu, for joining us there.